Hey, this is Kina Knisley with Real Talk About Real Estate, and I am with Keller Williams in Honolulu. And today I have Missy Holladay, and she is in Knoxville, Tennessee. But I'm going to let you tell her about where she services because she doesn't just stay in Knoxville.
Right.
So, how is Knoxville now, Missy? What's going on?
So Knoxville is great. I do cover about 7 counties. So Knoxville is in Knox County. I cover about an hour's radius around Knoxville. So there's Blount County, which is south of Knoxville, Loudon County, which is west, Anderson, like the Oak Ridge area where, they had the stuff, the cute little houses in the 40s when everybody was working on the nuclear stuff out there.
Oh,
Then I covered the lakes area to the like Dandridge. We have 7 lakes around us, so we have a lot of lakes, nice
wow.
lakes. And then of course Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. I cover all of that.
That's
So
great.
pretty much, yes, I love it. I love the area. I don't I love driving around. Within an hour or so of where I'm at, it's so beautiful here. So it's not like driving and it's terrible. Like you get to see all the scenery and, depending on which north, south, east, or west, where you're going.
Yeah,
Um,
and you have seasons and your
yeah,
leaves change and stuff.
we have seasons.
Or
So I'm
how-
originally from Louisiana. We had hot and cold. That was it. And so it is wonderful to have 4 seasons. Sometimes you get them within a day or two, but usually as you get in more into the season, it lasts longer. But yes, the leaves change colors, and we get snow here, but it's not terrible. Like you're not snowed in, or it's not like the county can't get you out of where you need to be. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're snowed in for like a day or so, but again, not usually. And summer is great because, like I said, we have a bunch of lakes out here, so there's lots of lake activity and lake things to do. Um,
Yeah, I
so
haven't done any lakes, so I'm gonna have to look.
yes, well, there's rentals out on different lakes. The Airbnbs are in like the Norris Lake area, Loudon, Fort Loudon area, Cherokee. There's
Yeah.
pretty popular ones. So
So yeah. So if we want to let's focus like I haven't checked on the cabin prices lately. If we do want Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, that area, what kind of price point am I looking at right now for one of those cute little cabins that I can rent out nightly?
So cabins were very popular. So I've been an agent since 2014. We moved here in 2013. Um, Within the past, like 2019, COVID-ish times, we had a huge skyrocket in cabin sales.
Oh,
So the cabin prices before, you could have probably got a really nice cabin in the 300s. Those
wow.
cabins now, six,
Oh yeah.
5, 6 something. They're building a lot of new cabins, big cabins, lots of sleep, because usually you're looking at for an Airbnb or a cabin and something like that. People are looking for how many it sleeps, right? So not really so much like bedrooms, but sleeps 12 or 20 or whatever. And the new cabins have like indoor pools, they have lots of stuff. So those, prices are upwards of over 1 million. A lot of the cabins and Airbnbs that did sell in the past couple of years are back on the market, I've noticed, because, as you know, managing a property is work, right? Like I
It is.
think,
It is. And I used
yes.
to do own one in Pigeon Forge.
Hmm. Yeah,
It has overhead and,
it's work.
like this, right? When the
Yep.
economy gets a little rough, people don't travel as much. You got to kind of hang on.
And
Uh,
you have to be managing it, or somebody has to be
yeah.
managing it to make most use of your, the money and the income and all. And I think a lot of people who bought the cabins, like I work with investors, and so they're more numbers wise, but then I did sell a lot to people who just like wanted to buy a cabin because it was a cabin.
Yeah.
And they've sold, or they're selling because they realize like they're not local, depending on who they have for management. Is how that cabin performs. And so they have the cabin market has kind of come back to where the prices, they're not like as low as they were before, but they have dropped a good bit. So I think we're actually looking for one right now, and in the threes, like maybe fours. So again, something that maybe was like two,
That's
6
still a good deal because
Yeah.
we did
Yeah.
a little bit more. We did buy it, during the COVID when it was a little crazy, but it does cash flow, and it's people
Well,
go
yeah.
because it's so easy to drive to you, right? People from Georgia and North Carolina and all those. It's drivable and it's fun.
And it is. And
I love it.
Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. I mean, those are great areas. Like we do staycations all the time. We don't have a cabin right now, but we have, people that we know with cabins.
Yeah.
And so we'll, it's from Knoxville, it's like an hour.
Yeah.
And so, there's like just tons of stuff to do. The Parkway has grown so much with all the stuff out there. The Gatlinburg area too. There's lots of not new, but stuff within the past couple of years. Like
it's not a little classier.
Yes, it has gotten like the Anakista place is beautiful. You have to ride a little tram up to the mountain and then you stay up there. They've done a lot of work up there. The Parkway, like in the Pigeon Forge area, there's the island, which you've been there. That's growing a lot. There's lots of restaurants. There's it's just a nice area, and it's beautiful, like I said, with the scenery, and depending on what time of year you're here and the weather, like it's kind of hot right now, but it gets cooler towards the end of the year, and it's just nice to be able to go outside and go visit all those things.
Yeah. So if an investor wants to come in, you can help them and run the cap rate, get the rent rolls, and so.
Yes, definitely. And I was talking to another agent who had a rental out here that they were looking to sell, and I don't know if he's going to be selling anymore because I put him in touch with a Airbnb superhost that I know who manages a lot of other properties for people, and she does really well. And so hopefully he'll keep the property and make what he needs to make, with because again, it is all about management. Like you could have a great cabin, but you got to know, people have to know about it.
Yeah. So what about, I always wondered, can real people buy houses in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg?
Yes. Real people can, yes. And so, and a lot of people, there's Sevierville is where the Pigeon Forge and, the Gatlinburg area.
They have a Buc-ee's on a side note. They have a Buc-ee's there. It's huge.
Yes. The Buc-ee's, this is the biggest Buc-ee's, I think, out here. There's like something like 108 gas pumps.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We drove there just to go to a Buc-ee's because
Buc-ee's is great, and they have really good like pulled pork sandwiches.
Yeah,
it's great. But so once you get off on the Parkway, though, like there's a lot of cabins close-ish, but people live out there. There's neighborhoods. There's certain areas you have to be careful too, because sometimes you can't Airbnb, like in the restrictions and stuff. So definitely
we want to buy something we actually want to live in.
Yes. So there's places that are strictly single family. You can't rent out, some of them. There's a lot of areas that you can.
Cost us.
Their price level is lower because, again, if you can rent out a property, so say if a property is $400,000 and it can be rented, if it can't be rented, the similar style house would probably be in the 250s.
Oh, wow. So that's a great deal. You're looking at
that area
rental or your
Yes. You could probably do a long-term rental on some of them, but yes, your price usually, again, it depends on the seller, but like usually it's lower because again, you're not able to make the income from buying it. But yeah, there's a lot of like real people living out there.
So, are you still buyers coming in? Has your market slowed down, or what are you seeing there?
So I work with buyers and sellers, and as like it has slowed down a little bit. I pulled some numbers here. So like, I think it says prices are about 4 to 6% higher than last year. Yes, we have more inventory right now. So for my buyers, that gives us a little bit of an advantage, obviously, because they have more choices, but then they also have, longer days on market because there's less activity and more possibilities of, homes. So we've been able to like get, closing costs. We ask for closing costs. And again, as you know, it depends on the seller, but for the most part, something that's 30 plus days on market either has had a price reduction already or they're willing to
negotiate,
look at something. Right. Whereas a couple of years ago, you were like, especially in COVID. I mean, COVID was a crazy market, so that was not real, but like, we have contingencies, somebody has to sell their house first. A couple of years ago, people were like, man, I don't need to take that contingency. Now, it's pretty common again. So, so for my sellers, it's not as great, but the buyers are good with it. So,
yes. Yes, and it's good for the buyers. It's their turn. It's okay.
Yeah.
Their turn again. But
so
now, is there anything else someone should know if they want to buy in your area? What do you want them to know?
Well, so there's so many different, so like I said, I'm in Knoxville. We moved here for my husband's job transfer, and we had little kids at the time, second grader and not little, but second grader and like a freshman. And we picked this area because of the schools. So the schools where we live, it's like in the West Knoxville area is what it's called. So we are west of Knoxville, but not far, it's not like we're in the west area, like Nashville or anything like that. But the schools out here are really highly rated the public schools out here. So we get a lot of people who have younger children wanting to stay in this particular area. But there's the downtown area is, we've had lots. I have a client right now who renovated a house down there, closer to the downtown area. Houses were older, so they're going in and like basically redoing them, and so those prices are in the $350 range, which it's a good price point, and the people that are moving down there that I've worked with are more like either in school, because UT is right around there, University of Tennessee, or people with maybe no kids or something that want to be close to like our downtown area, because we have a pretty fun downtown area. It's not huge, but it's nice.
Nice restaurant.
It's walkable, right? Yeah, it's walkable. So so that area is like up and coming, I guess. Then there's across the river. So like if you're looking on a map and you're looking at Knoxville, where it marks downtown, you just go a little south to the South Knoxville area is on the other side of the river. That's a really nice area too. It's like the scenery is really pretty out there. The houses are older too, so again, you can have some that are updated, some that are not, but it's just a really nice area. There's Imes Nature Park out there, so it's just really pretty. So there's the people that move here that I work with, like I said, a lot of them don't have a particular, like, I have to be in a certain place. They're looking for more of a feel, because the further you get from outside of Knoxville, the more you have for opportunity of like acreage, and the prices get a little, lower sometimes. I mean, again, depending on where you are. So there's lots of different areas. So if somebody's looking to be close to the city, or to be close to great schools, or to be more of a rural feel, I mean, you have the opportunity out here.
So, wow. No, It is a great area. And if you are thinking of buying, selling, or investing in the area, I can definitely connect you. So thank you so much for hanging out with us and telling us about your area. And now I want to go stay at my cabin, but I have to sell houses so I can buy another cabin.
That's right.
But thank you so much. This has been Real Talk about real estate. And again, if you want to get connected about more information about Knoxville or Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, I can get you connected, or you can look her up on Google and she's going to be there. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great talking with you.